I owe you. I think I do. So, right here from the same seat where I do Bossman Teaching, welcome to. Whoa, that was bright. Okay. Yeah, this should be an overdue weekly report, right? It's been well overdue. Um, I mean, these are my confessions, right? I have one of my tablets and my phone charging right now because Wednesday was hectic, Thursday was hectic, Friday was a full day, and then I wake up this morning. The sky is as gloomy as it will ever be on a day in England. Uh, so normally, you tend to wake up around the same time. I found myself turning off my alarms, and here we are. So I've been doing that here as well as at school. We've been going over fractions with the largest number being the LCM, where the other numbers are divisible, or rather, the LCM being the largest number is divisible by the other two, right? So I've been going through that as well as sequences and patterns, and it was well received. It was surprisingly well received. Well received. Oh yeah. So there's a lot that there's a lot to be talked about. I'm now definitely telling myself, yeah, you need an assistant for sure. You need an assistant. Like there's no going around it, no matter how uncomfortable it is. I definitely need an assistant. So what I'm going to call it is a content marketing assistant or a content managing assistant. But either way, yeah, yeah, this is tough. I mean, there are certain things I know I can handle on my own, right? But yeah, not everything. Definitely not everything. Maybe I can manage see, my brain isn't even doing it right. I can manage Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn for sure. Like that fine. I can definitely get that done without anybody else's assistance. That's fine. Right? But in terms of TikTok and YouTube, jeez, I don't even know if I have the time. Yeah. I don't even know if I have the time. So I use Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, hectic days. I used to do live streams within the week and that sort of thing, but I feel like I have to organize. The same way that I do when I go to school, I have to say, okay, Monday to Thursday, this is what I do. Friday, I just focus on uploading and managing and organizing. Friday is my organizing day. And why that's important is because I guess that's my plan once I'm out of that system. That will have to be the plan of action, right? So, Monday to Thursday, work. Friday, you just focus on uploading and managing and putting things where they need to be. what needs to go on Instagram, what needs to go on YouTube, what needs to go on LinkedIn, what needs to go wherever. Right? So I have to work on one, being more organized. Definitely more organized. Definitely have to work on that. I mean, being more consistent. It's a lot tougher when you have resistance. You know, resistance in the form of your current occupation is ridiculous. But I have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan. I want to make a video. It's called LinkedIn is Low Key Fire. Definitely need to make that video. LinkedIn is low key fire. So remind me as I'm reminding myself and reminding you, I need to make that video. LinkedIn is low key fire. Another video I need to make is one where I give a renewed announcement. So a renewed announcement about how I conduct classes. So I'll be working online, right? I have certain times available online. Might as well make use of that, right? I will do morning classes online, go to school, and who knows? Maybe in the evenings I can do that as well. Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea. And then, if anybody wants to meet up with me face to face, no. Yeah, that looked like a weekend to me. And one of the reasons why you have to make adjustments, you know, I mean, I don't have I don't have the temporal resources as yet. I need those slots that are occupied to be relieved, right? Too much of my time is taken up with things that I would rather be doing, you know. So, and I mean, we just have to be smart. Me being at a high school does not give me, you know, the pathway to teaching anybody at the primary level. So working at a high school will never get me into that market. So if I am doing this privately, I have to think, okay, I can tap into 3 markets. I can work with adults who can work with me at times of their availability. I can work with high school students who their availability obviously, and we just have to be good at strategizing. So you know your best shot at high school and primary students, Saturday, Sundays. Cut and dry. If they can make it during the week, you know, maybe a one day in the week, maybe, but not too much. Then no, during the week, that will be the time for adults, for sure, right? Because that way they can make themselves available and that sort of thing. Yeah. So sometimes this is sort of like my soundboard, you know. This is maybe as good as going live. Oh, other reminders. I have not forgotten about We Still A Learn, right? There is a cake sale that should be coming up. I hope that my team members are still on board with doing that. I mean, I believe they are. I just need to give a reminder, and if they're good to go, I'll just work with that. So I'll make that announcement. it will be a joint cake sale between We Still a Learn and Country Boy Kitchen. So putting that out there. There's a lot. There's a lot. A lot of things I want to do. But there's another thing that I want to do. I want to warn myself and anybody about pride. You know, some of our favorite content creators, they also have jobs outside of, you know, let's say being on YouTube or being on whatever space where their largest audience is. Sometimes some people can literally wholeheartedly focus on that because they got fired from their job. So, you know, like some of the, you know, I think it was the African TikTok guy that happened to him, and I think it happened to Julie Mango as well, right? And you know, it just goes to show you that you have to be willing to protect yourself, because everybody likes to talk about this idea. I mean, there are some videos that I actually got on TikTok that are relevant to this that I'm about to say. It's funny how it's a courtesy for you to give them two-way. Oh my God, my brain isn't doing it right now. It's funny how they want the courtesy from you to give them 2 weeks notice for your replacement, when on any given day they can just let you go without any warning. No warning, no notice, no anything. Just you're out of a job today. Effective immediately, you're gone. But you must give them 2 weeks notice. So, you know, you have to be willing to protect yourself. It's just like even if you're living with your parents, you have to learn how to protect yourself from even them. Because you having your own way of making money saves you from depending on them. So you don't go to them and say, boy, mommy may need this or daddy may need that or whatever. Like, that is your way of protecting yourself from them. Just in case them want to spite you. You say, well, I have my own money. Can go where I want to go. You know, I'll take a flight to Cayman Islands, make some money, come back. I don't need your permission or assistance. It's the same thing that you do in a career. You know, you have to protect yourself from them just dropping you at a moment's notice. You know, blindsiding you and all of that. Yeah, you have to protect yourself from that. You have to protect yourself from that. That's why a lot of people, they will, some will support and some will criticize, you know. But then there's another video I should make. If I'm not mistaken, I mean, I guess it depends on how I want to look at it. Because let's say, for instance, you're talking about success. If people knew the upfront cost of success, then wouldn't want it. Yeah? Like if somebody gave you a list of things that you would have to pay in order to have success, most people wouldn't want it. They wouldn't want it. The cost too dear. It's too dear. Too expensive. I wanted to make a video about that using an example or a scenario presented by Bossman Teaching, right? But while I am shamelessly advertising, why not talk about everything that I am working on? So there's Bossman Teaching, there's Bossman Digital Media, which is what this is. There's We Still a Learn, right? Yeah. So Bossman Digital Media just talks about having multiple ways of expressing yourself, right? A friend and colleague of mine, she has a company called Snip and Ship, right? It's doing well. Obviously there are hiccups, but it's doing well. She really wants to elevate C&J Consultant Services, which is a resume writing service and so on. I actually um, I actually had her do my resume for me and updated it, and I was more than impressed. I was more than impressed. I was actually it's probably the resume that I use on my LinkedIn and other professional platforms. So yeah. So the point that I'm making is I'm not selfish, right? I encourage others to do what I'm doing, even if they were doing that before they met me. you know. So there's that. So those are her ventures, right? And going back to my list, right? There's Bossman Teaching, Bossman Digital Media, we still a learn, right? Then we have Bossman Cinema and Bossman Champloo, which I really need to get back into, but I don't have the temporal resources. I just really don't. Like being at school and doing this, being at school and doing this, I will record what I can, and then later on when I have the free time so I'll take the summer to get back into doing Bossman Shampoo and Bossman Cinema, right? So that's just a reminder to me. um and also protect yourself from another thing. Protect yourself from the people that they test you and they try you. There are people that have been sending me messages claiming that I have violated the community standards policy of Meta or Facebook. And then when I go into my settings, I am in good standing with the platform. So if I'm in green with them and you're messaging me telling me that I've violated something, then clearly somebody's a phony. So that has been going on. So be careful, because people are going to send you messages, people are going to leave comments, and you'll just have to just either disregard them or hide or delete them, because all that link is going to do, because they post a link and tell you, oh, if you want to challenge this, respond within 24 hours. It's not, Facebook is not sending you that message. So I'm giving you that advice. Protect yourself from these kind of people, right? What else? Right, so there are others. So I just mentioned 5, right? So there's everything Bossman, right? Bossman Teaching, Bossman Digital Media, Bossman Cinema, and Bossman Shampoo, right? 2 are a bit on hiatus until I get time to deal with it in the summer, right? Whereas right now, Bossman Teaching, Bossman Digital Media, and we still a learn, right? These are a little bit more active, right? So that's the 5. All right, then there are other 2. And the other 2 are more on the entertainment side of things, right? Starting with the number 1. 1 Junkerman, 1 Wilderness, right? And I like the play. I like to play on words with 1 Junkerman. It kind of prepares you for controversy, but at the same time, as soon as you start to digest the content, you realize, oh, I'm actually giving you, helpful advice and coming up with my original thoughts and my own philosophy on how you should approach everything, in terms of being better than your feelings. Because a lot of people want to, they think that how they feel makes them right. So if they don't feel like talking to you today, they'll malice you for like 6 months. And I don't have a problem with you malicing me for 6 months, but don't malice me for 6 months, call my phone and then ask me for a favor, because that's not going to happen. You understand? So protect yourself from social media while you're on social media. increase the social media discipline. I have to do it here as well as elsewhere. Yeah. Of course, that's me talking about one Junkerman, but then one Wilderness now. Music, freestyles, collaborations, vlogs if there are any. And just, maybe having a sit down talking about music, talking about the different, the history of, be it dancehall, hip hop, grime, anything. And yeah. Even that I know I can definitely get into in the summer. So and then anything else would be, affiliates, right? So Country Boy Kitchen, um, and a lot of other things. I'll probably make a video where I put the writing in blue and say if you're interested in this. Oh, this location. Let me just tell you about it. It's Rose's Hair Care, right? You can find it on Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok, I think. But definitely Facebook and Instagram. And for those of you who are in the area, it's in Harbor Bay Plaza, right? Shop 12. So there you go, right? So again, yeah, I'm going to make a video where I deal with all of that. So thanks for listening to me ramble, right? I'm going to remind myself of one more thing. There are devices that I'm working on getting. There's the Galaxy Tab S9. I definitely want to get that. It's worth the purchase. Well, basically you have at least 200 gigabytes to use, right? It also allows me to record this way and this way, right? And with the space, I can use it as sort of my digital assistant, yeah? Where I can probably manage my content a lot better once I have the device. So I can probably use that mostly for YouTube and TikTok. And then just, in terms of all of my recording ideas, certain videos, certain styles of the videos that I like to do. Yeah, I can be a lot more versatile once I get that. So I definitely want, that has to be. So I'm going to document it. As soon as I purchase it, I don't do the whole, what you call it, trendy type of box opening reveals and whatever. I like being original, so I do my own thing, my own way. So anyway, I run out of time, I run out of space, I run out of storage. So thanks for listening to my rambling. Right? This is as many of the updates as I can give you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you. Oh, that was clever. Alright, thanks. And I'll see you around. Why so bright?